just been viewing a clip on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is the foundation of this technology, started everything. The Bitcoin itself is not just a coin, it's actually the beginning of the blockchain technology as we know it. All right? And then we've had other blockchain technology coming after Bitcoin, like Ethereum, which is an improvement on the blockchain technology. And then we have the Binance technology, which is also an improvement on the Ethereum technology. So far, those are the ones that have stood out. All right? But here we have Zeniq technology now coming with something that incorporates what all these other blockchain technologies already have. And then it has now gone to improve on it, to add some other features that we don't have. Okay, so those are the things that we're going to be looking at. So what is obvious now is that the fiat currency is fading out. All right, and you can see that even the Nigerian government has introduced digital currency. All right, so and they're trying to move away completely from paper money. Okay, so we are talking about a technology now that is now coming to take over completely the space. Okay, so and what is important is that when we look at this ecosystem of Zeniq, is that it is mind-blowing all they have been able to come up with together in one system. First of all, the blockchain itself is superior to all the existing blockchain technology that we have. All right, it's superior in the sense that we're going to see that it's faster. The speed is faster than Binance, twice faster, and then the rate of the energy consumption rate is very minimal, very low. That has been the problem with the old technology. You know, they talk of proof of work and proof of stake. And you don't need to worry so much about the terms. All you need to know is that proof of work is old technology, and proof of stake is an improvement, it's a better technology. So the old one consumes more energy, while the new one takes very minimal energy and is faster. Okay? And apart from that, the gas fee is very minimal, very small. So we are coming up with something that people that users of the crypto space have been aspiring for, something like that, something better. Okay? And then this has come as a solution to it. So if we are now partnering with a company that has come with this kind of technology, we know that we are investing in something that is of value, something that has promise, and something that has a great future. All right? So that is for me, that was the excitement from somebody that comes from a technology background. When the internet came, in fact, when I was in the UK, that was when the computer technology was catching on. I wasn't in science at all. I was in arts. I actually studied French and education. All right? But I was working with London Underground, and I saw that everything was being computerized. The trains were computerized. Okay? So the computer was taking over everything. I said, man, I need to get on board. If I don't get on board of this technology, I'll be left behind. So I switched. I did a career switch and started studying computing, did some professional courses. So I was one of the first people that was trained to run, to operate the Northern Line train, computerized, fully computerized train. 1995 stock, we call it 1995 stock. At that time, all the old people that were experienced in computing, they were afraid to go for the training. You know, because when it's computerized, it means that anything you do, any mistake you make can be detected. You just come to the computer and you print out everything we have done. So people were scared, you know. So, but those of us who went ahead and did it, those other people became irrelevant, you know. It's just like when you have, when AutoCAD came in architectural design, and people had to learn how to design with computers. There were other architects who didn't bother to study those things. In fact, I knew of some, they didn't want to study, but with time, they became irrelevant. They laid them off. The technology took over. So people who could study, design with AutoCAD became the people that were relevant to the times. So it's the same thing now with this technology that has come up with blockchain. Very soon, a lot of people will have to be, all kinds of transactions will have to be on that blockchain. All right? And so people will now find out that they don't have any other option but to come on board. But for those of us that have keyed into it now, we'll now find out that we are ahead of others. We have made a very wise decision. So now let's look at this ecosystem of Zeniq. Now, one thing is that they have their physical hub, which means that you can actually do your transactions from your home, in-house. Directly you can communicate and do whatever transactions you want to do. All right, so it's a physical hub and you own it. So it's the hardware that you own. All right, so apart from the physical hub, we have the community meeting, that one that is in-house, that you can now own a node. That is, you own a node, that is, you have your own node that can mint coins for you as part of that community. All right, so what you're actually investing in, you're investing in the technology, all right, that produces the coin. The coin comes in as an add-on advantage, but what you're actually investing in, you are investing in that technology. I hope you understand that. All right, so it's different from people that are just buying coins, or trading. No, that's not what we are doing. We're actually investing in the technology that mints the coin, that produces the coin. So that is what we're investing in. So apart from the node, which you can own, we have other things like you have the swap, you have the wallet. All right. So the wallet, which you already know that the good thing about it is that when Zeniq came, they had a roadmap of all the things that they wanted to do. All right, and up to date, they have been delivering on all their promises. Recently the app has been launched, and we know that there's, according to the meeting we had recently, there's still something new that's going to be coming up on the 6th of December, which is a few days time. All right, concerning tokenization. So tokenization is now something that is operational already. From the video we saw, that they're already having real estate already from Australia that has been tokenized on this blockchain. All right, already done. So people are already keen into it, and we know that Dubai is a very good place for real estate business. Particularly for those of us that are here in Nigeria, a lot of our people invest, rich people have houses over there. And then very soon, they will now find out that those transactions now have to be done on the blockchain where you have smart contracts. So you can take ownership of the building with ease. No paperwork necessary. Everything is done on the blockchain and is secure end to end. All right, so we now see that we are ahead of time. We're in a technology that's going to explode very soon. And you understand what I'm saying? It's going to explode massively because a lot of our people we know like investing in Dubai, buying property there. So by the time they now know that this thing now has to be done through that blockchain, it means that the value of our investment is going to explode in no short time. All right, so we know that we have placed our investment in the right place. Okay, so apart from that tokenization, we have, and in that tokenization, we have just talked about real estate, but there are other projects that can come on tokenization, including the one we have, the popular one we are talking about, that is the Tupan project that has to do with climate change. That's a very important project because it has to do with one of the 17 developmental goals of the United Nations. and they are concerned, everybody's concerned about this global warming. With all the disasters we have been seeing globally, even that have affected us here in Nigeria, flooding and all that. So the world is taking this issue of saving the planet very seriously. So and now we have that a major project like that on this our blockchain technology. So which means that the value of our investment in no time is going to increase. All right. So that £2 project is a very, very, very important project that makes the blockchain to hold promise. All right. So the way to understand it, I think for us here, it may not be a big challenge, but for the West, the issue to do with climate change is it is a very big one. We take it very seriously. So let me come back to the slide. We talked about things that have to do with films, for example, films that artworks, you know, all those things will be tokenized, and they can be tokenized and they can come on it. So it's a very huge market we're looking at, and we have an exchange that has provided the opportunities for people to do that, and it's the best exchange to date. When we compare, there's no other exchange that has all the things that this one has. All right, so we're looking at something that has great promise. Then, for us to understand the comparison between, I think I've mentioned that before, between the existing blockchain technology and Zeniq blockchain, we see that, you know, part of it is that it is optimized, the technology is optimized in such a way that you can add on, like in Bitcoin, they needed to be changing their computers, their gadgets about 2-3 years, changing it very often. All right, but with this technology that we have with Zeniq, you just add on to it. You don't need it scalable. You can expand it and add to it. You don't need to pull down what you have already. You understand? So that is a plus. And then you have very low energy consumption. It's a improved technology. And then we have the Smart Chain Unlimited project token. That means that the transactions that can go on it are unlimited. You know, the technology is not restricted like the Bitcoin. So you can do a lot of transactions at the same time. The speed is very fast. Okay. So basically, the technology is superior to the existing technology. Now, I was talking about the £2 project. Let's just quickly go to that. Right. So this £2 project, it has to do with CO2 certificates. That will be a project that comes with CO2 certificates that can be bought by companies and organizations that are into production that emit carbon into the atmosphere. All right, so these companies, because this carbon is dangerous and they are not allowed to do that, but it is necessary for them to produce their products. For them to continue to do business, somebody is working to reduce the damage they are causing to the environment. That is this £2 project. It's working to reduce that damage. Okay? So, so as a result of that, they need to buy these certificates to offset whatever damage they are doing. Okay, so it's basically that's how it's a very simple way of explaining it. That's how it is. So the man that came up with this project is this ambassador that has is serving with the Hague with the criminal court in the Hague, and his area of operation has to do with the environment and environmental rights and children's rights. So he understands this thing to do with the environment. So he was one that came up with this project. And he had a lot of other qualifications in banking, and he understands so much about the crypto world already. So with that experience, he came up with this project called the Tupan Project, where they will now go and buy forests in Brazil. And they buy this forest and freeze it. That is, when you buy the forest, you do not, and it becomes like a reserve area where people cannot go and cut them down. So they're always there producing oxygen to renew the atmosphere. All right, so that's what the project is all about. So they make more money, they go and buy more forests and freeze them. So they are repairing the damage that all these other companies that are into production, like the aviation industry, companies in China that are into production, that have factories, that emit carbon to the atmosphere, all right, that they are causing. So those companies now are now forced to buy these CO2 certificates. Okay, so it's like a continuous cycle of, freezing the forest, producing certificates, selling to companies that are into this business, and generating funds. And the good thing is that the funds generated are now also invested also on the blockchain technology that we're into. They're invested into the blockchain technology. So it's a way of increasing the value of the coin, of our investment in that blockchain. You understand? So it's increasing the value. So it's something that holds promise. So once we understand that, we know that we have made a very good decision, business decision. Now, I explained this to my friend that is working with an oil company. Those guys are in company, they understand this thing very well. They understood it very easily. Because now the world is moving away from fossil fuel to safer energy. They are moving away. Very soon all this oil thing will be history. People will not be interested in it. So they understood, the guy understood it immediately. He said he's going to talk to all his friends, about it. He didn't waste time to invest. He was one of the guys that signed on and said he's going to come up with a higher package. Because you understand what is happening. The world is moving away. Very soon you are going to be having these filling stations we are having. They close down. People will go in there to go and charge their cars, electric cars and solar cars. Those are the kind of things you will see very soon. In fact, in some local countries, in Togo, they use all these bikes now that are electric bikes, They go and charge them, and they find out that it's cheaper for them, far cheaper to run. So they make more money, so they can actually charge lower fees from their customers. So that's the future, all right? So we are privileged to be part of it. So now the Tupan project, we know the pricing. The main one is the full hub, which is going for 1,298 euros, all right? Which is not really much, and you can, for as little as 300 euro, you can be part of this investment. So it's something that it should be very easy for us to talk to people about. Just 100 euros, you can be part of this investment, put in something, and it's going to make more money for you. And right now, it doesn't even make sense to leave your money, to have money to leave it in the bank. Because the value of that money is depreciating. By the time we get to January now, we understand what we're talking about. So because the value is going very fast, it doesn't hold any value anymore. So it makes more sense to move your money into an area where it will work for you and generate more value for you. So which is moving into the crypto space, moving into foreign currency. Some people even buy dollars, buy other currency that have no value. But this is a better option for us to invest in. So I think it makes it easier for us to sell it to our friends and to people around us. Now, the Tupan project already comes with what we call the double incentive. It comes with a double incentive, which means that it comes with a double incentive, which means that when the project started, we had the Zeniq coin that came out first, and a lot of us were able to invest on that Zeniq. All right, but I wasn't privileged at that time. I had not come in. All right, although I did come in later, I took a small package there. All right, so but now this new project is just starting, so you have the opportunity to get a full hub to yourself. And the double incentive assures that if you get a hub now, if you already have the previous Zeniq hub, you can just take this one as an add-on to that one. All right, so for this one, you can it up. But if you didn't have that privilege, you can now get this two-band hub, full hub, and then you are giving some free portion of the Zeniq hub as an incentive, as an add-on, as a bonus. All right, so it's a very good opportunity that we have. It's something that's supposed to have ended last month, but they have extended it for us. So it's something that we can now still use to encourage people to sign on. And if you are here for the first time, you just take advantage. You don't need to waste time because we don't know how long it's going to last for. All right. So basically, what we are into is Oguese great promise. All right. We are not trading. Though I know there are some things that have happened recently in the crypto space and people are worried. So we have to explain to them that what we are doing is not trading currencies. Banco Barcelona explained to us very well from the beginning that the safest place to invest is in the technology itself. You know, that investing in that technology that has promise, that's the safest area to put your money. So we are not trading where there is volatility. We're investing in technology that has promise, that has value, and it's increasing and increasing the value as time goes on. Okay? And just give it a couple of years, we'll see that we'll have to smile. Just the way Bitcoin was, and people invested, and people who didn't invest then regretted when they saw the value and why it appreciated. The same thing with Ethereum. There was this other Tommy that was here the other time and told us about Ethereum and his experience and the changes that took place there. So we now see that those of us that missed that opportunity, God has given us another opportunity that we cannot afford to toil with. Right? Let's take full advantage of it and we'll all smile at the end. Thank you very much. I hope.
Please, a round of applause for me.